ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Wrestling Results here on this channel. So, tomorrow there is tonight there's 3 wrestling programs tonight, but I will only be doing 3 of the results, but only be watching one of the shows tonight, well, later in the morning. So that's going to be that. So every Friday it's going to be AEW Rampage before anything else, I'm sorry to say. But I will cover SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver this weekend, the later day. Well, for SummerSlam, probably be on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. So it depends on how long the pay-per-view and all that stuff is. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to be covered. But anyways, guys, tonight on Impact Wrestling, this has been shifted as Christian Cage has unseated Kenny Omega as Impact World Champion. And now he'll be making his return to Impact Zone. Plus, we have Molina from NWA will be making her Impact debut. And we will have a Hoss fight going down as Joe Doring takes on Doc Gallows, which this was an incredible, insane, brutal match. I want to say that was a brutal, insane match. So Impact Zone comes from Nashville, Tennessee tonight. Commentary team is Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown. Josh Matthews and Gia Miller are standing in the ring to start off this episode. Suddenly, a fight breaks out on stage between W. Morrissey and Eddie Edwards. They fight toward the ringside. W. Morrissey rails Eddie in the ring for a corner splash before attempting a power bomb. But Sami Callihan goes to jab W in the back with a bat and does so. W goes to chokeslam Sami, but Eddie saves him to clear Morrissey out of the ring before Eddie makes clear he didn't ask for the help. Sami gets on the mic. He's got a match and doesn't feel like waiting. He wants his match right now, so he gets it. We get Chris Sabin and Sami Callihan versus Ace Austin and Moose. Sorry, god damn it. I don't know what's with me today. With Madman Fulton. Ace and Sami start it off. Ace whips Sami down, but it isn't long before Sami gets the better. A short arm clothesline punctures that before tagging in Sabin. Sabin soon dukes it out with Ace and takes a moment to pull Moose off the apron, but the action continues as we go to the break. Back from the break, Moose is chopping a Chris on the apron before ranking the MCMG's eyes for booze. Sabin fires away at him with punches until Madman boots Chris. Sami happens to be the one to regain control and turns Ace inside out with a lariat. He goes for a pile driver, but Moose stops him. Tornado DDT to Moose via Sabin. Sami hits a sit-out bomb on Austin for a near fall. Crowd claps as a motivator. Sami sizes Ace up and Sabin tags himself in to hit his cradle shock finisher for a 1, 2, and a 3. And pretty much Sami Callihan was not too pleased about that. Post-match, Sami hits a pile driver on Sabin because of Sabin distracting Sami Callihan from going to hit his thumbs up, thumbs down move. But that's what you get, you stupid Chris Sabin. We see highlights of NJPW resurgence for the Good Brothers defeating Jon Moxley and Yuji Nagata before being confronted by Guerrillas of Destiny. Good Brothers relish in last Saturday. Doc brings up the Monsters Ball roots of Impact and then talks about taking out Joe Daring before Emergence tonight. Sami Callihan cuts a promo before Emergence, talking about getting his number 1 contender spot once more. Eddie Edwards comes in and makes it clear he doesn't need Sami Callihan's help. Callihan is okay with that. Next we have Shera with Rohit Raja versus Matt Cardona with Chelsea Green. The two men grapple up and Shera powers Matt down. Matt boots him and goes for a side headlock. Shera shoulder blocks Cardona back down. He does it again. He charges a third time, but Matt dumps him and then baseball slides him. He then senton flips onto the top of Shera onto the outside. Rohit grabs a hold of Matt's leg on the apron as Shera boots him back to the outside. And now we go into the break. Break is over. Shera is overpowering Cardona. Body slams and headlocks occur. Let's go, Matt chants. Rohit analyzes Chelsea as Brian Hebner plays Peacemaker. This allows Shera to choke Matt. He puts Cardona in a surfboard stretch. Cardona turns the tables and knees Shera. He soon drop kicks him and hits several corner lariats. Shera choke slams him on his knee, and Shera soon covers for a near fall. Matt goes for his broski boot, but Rohit hops on the rope. Chelsea pulls Rohit down, and Matt soon hits radio silence from the second rope for the 1, 2, and the 3. So we have our locker room talk is back as she's joined by Johnny Swinger. Renee introduces Tennille Dashwood with Caleb with a K. Don't forget Caleb with a K. Although on satellite, Tennille looks to be sitting in the exact same spot that Madison is in. Renee and Dashwood yuck it up before Tennille notes that she and Madison were meant to be tag team partners, as she was her first tag partner. Renee agrees. Caleb with a K says, "Oh my God," and Swinger thinks he's referring to One Man Gang. To the two women call themselves the Influence. Swinger and Caleb with a K jaw jack before Tennille settles them down. Gia Miller asked Josh Alexander if he's considered about facing a bigger opponent in Jake something. He doesn't care how big or tough or strong Jake something is. He's not concerned. Something interrupts and wants to give him a reason. Camera follows him to Scott D'Amore, who is taking to a Eric Caleb with a K. D'Amore books the two in a match together. As a matter of fact, he makes it a no DQ. So next we have, as the title of this video, out comes Christian Cage to the ring. Welcome back, chants. Cage says it damn good to be back after 9 long years. It's not lost on him that he's standing before everyone as the Impact World Champion, even though he wrestles for AEW. It was an honor to take these titles back from Kenny Omega and take them back to where they belong. So my thought is, okay, he's going to drop the belt since he's working for AEW, but as it was announced on the news part, I seen it, I wish I never saw it, but it had to be seen. And I'm glad I didn't do it. The results. Or the wrestling news on that. So, okay, way back, Cage took a chance on himself and Impact took a chance on him. They allow him to main event and compete for championships. And that's all he ever wanted. This serial for him. This is surreal for him. He thanks the crowd, you deserve it, chance. Which he does deserve it. Talking about his history with Impact, it's not really about his history anymore. Maybe it's time to respectfully retire the TNA championship. This is about the here and now. This is about the future. The Impact Championship does that. As of this moment, moving forward, the Impact World Championship will be recognized as the biggest prize in the company. Cage respectively hands off the TNA title to David Penzer. Now it's time to get down to a little of business. That cues Brian Myers. Brian Myers patronizes Cage, stating maybe we'll see Shark Boy or Brown Bag specials, which I remember seeing those. Seeing that, and Shark Boy. I miss Shark Boy. He's not here to live in the past. He's the #1 contender. He's killing it in the ring and outside of it. At Emergence tonight, that belt will belong to the most professional wrestler. Christian says he's glad Myers finally crawled out of Cardona's shadow. Excuse me. Myers has always choked full of talent, but there's a saying, you gotta lose before you learn how to win. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. But Myers hasn't learned anything yet. Cage says he's the best professional wrestler. The two talk trash into one at each other. Myers shoves Beal into Cage, who attempts an attack, but Cage pops him and Myers bails, as he pretty much wanted to go after Myers. Molina jokes around with Trey Miguel, backstage before making her way to the ring for her Impact debut, as Trey Miguel was asking her if she still does the splits. She says, "We'll see about that." So Molina chants as she comes out and she does the splits. Molina arm drags and corners Brandy, but Brandy nails a neck breaker. Molina turns the tide and kicks herself free from the opposite corner, crossbody before nailing a knee to Brandy's back. While against the ropes, Molina has locked in a Muta lock before turning it into her California Dream for the submission win. Post-match, we have Deonna Purrazzo attacks Molina from behind. She stomps at the challenger, but Molina trips her up for some mounted punches. Matt Rohit comes in to grab hold of Molina, but Miguel comes in for the save. He takes Matt out, and Molina takes out Deonna. John Schuyler wasn't shocked about defeating Matt Cardona last week, but is interrupted by Finlay yelling for medical help as he finds Juice Robinson laid out holding his legs. Who attacked Juice Robinson? Who knows? Maybe it could be Jake something, or it could be John Schuyler, or it could be the Violent by Design. Who knows? We'll have to find out. So next we have no disqualification match. Jake something versus Caleb with a K. Caleb with a K starts the fight, but Jake launches him into the turnbuckle. Caleb with a K avoids a corner attack, but Jake something releases suplexes him. Massive sit-down powerbomb by something. He gets out of the ring and pulls out a table as the fans were cheering. He leans into the corner and sizes Caleb up before spearing him through the table for a 1, a 2, and a 3. Post-match, out comes Josh Alexander to stare down Jake something. We cut to Su Yung backstage. She has a hold of a lock of Kiera Hogan's hair. Kimberly hopes she please Mother. She collected her first soul and won't be her last. So we go to the main event of the show. We have Joe Doring with Violent by Design versus Doc Gallows with Carl Anderson. I'm going to tell you guys this before we go into this show, the main event. This was a really brutal match between these two, and I thought the two team, Violent by Design, was going to interfere in this match, but they didn't. Surprisingly, this is what I would like, is not to have the freaking teams not to interrupt a match while a good match is going on. Yeah, it's okay for them to just interrupt the match, but with a good freaking ass match like this, don't need to freaking interfere at all. Seriously, they are good. If these are good opponents facing off for the fans to like to see, don't interfere, you stupid teams. So bell sounds and the two beasts go at it. Doring lariats Gallows out, and Doc sends Doring into the steel steps as Access TV sends us to our commercial break. Now we're back from it. Gallows collides with Doring in the corner and then knocks him down center ring for a 2 count. Doring catches Doc with a German suplex. Joe pulls himself up and the two men slug it out. Gallows boots, but Doring hits a shotgun forearm. Doring hits a Sterling suplex. Very impressive. Big LG powers. Gallows and Doring into the barricade. Harsh elbow to his chest. Joe fights back. Gallows flings a chair at Doring's midsection. Doring and Gallows both roll into the ring, but Gallows and Doring collide with one another as both wrestlers spill out to the floor. The ring bell lays at ringside as Gallows looks steamed, really triggered. Doring and Hay continue to fight on the outside. Gallows boots Joe down. The brawl go onto the entryway as the ramp. Gallows sit down power bombs Doring through the stage. Both men are out. Anderson checks on Doc. Gallows and officials and Dr. Ross come out. Amori is out there as well. Gallows is pulled free first and fights himself away as he crawls to the ring. As Doring gets up as well, he begins to do the same but not crawl. He was walking down to the ring. Doc Gallows was pretty impressed and shocked about how he was still walking. Both men are up. Doring charges. Doc boots him. Gallows leaps up top and comes down, but Doring catches him with a Henson lariat. He falls on top of Gallows for a 1 and a 2 and a 3. And we got your winner, Joe Doring, for your main event tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about tonight's show, or last night's show, I should say. And what are you guys looking forward into tomorrow's Impact Wrestling results tomorrow? And if, as well, I'm going to mention this, I'm going to be doing Impact Wrestling results last. And I may sound tired. I'm sorry, but I have to be heading to bed around soon after I get this done tomorrow, because I gotta work. So, but I won't be working for NXT TakeOver. So, but I will be late for the results for that because I have an NFL fantasy football draft first to do before anything. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. I'm unstoppable and I'm bringing you guys more results here on this channel coming all week, including next week until Saturday. So pretty much Sunday we have our night off. So I think, unless if there's that no, I don't think that's the pay-per-view. I think it's September 5th, right? I'm not too sure. But let me know in the comments below. Either way, I'm unstoppable. Like I said, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm bringing more wrestling results. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.